Healing is not a linear process. There are days when you feel strong, clear, and grounded. And then there are days when everything feels heavy, uncertain, and overwhelming. Both experiences are real, and both experiences are valid. They are part of the journey. Growth doesn't require perfection, it requires presence. And one of the most powerful things you can do during a healing season is keep showing up. Showing up while you're healing is not easy. It takes courage to continue moving forward while still processing what you've been through. It takes strength to function when your mind is full, your heart feels heavy, or your body is still recovering. But there is a quiet power in showing up, imperfectly, honestly, and consistently. You don't have to have everything figured out to keep going. You can be healing and still be productive. You can be growing and still feel uncertain. You can be evolving and still have moments of doubt. What matters most is that you continue. Healing doesn't pause your responsibilities, but it can reshape how you approach them. Showing up at work during a healing season may look different than it once did. It might look like you giving your best effort even if it's not your usual pace. It may look like setting boundaries to protect your energy. It may look like taking breaks when needed instead of pushing to exhaustion. It can also look like asking for support instead of silently struggling. You may not operate at 100% every day, and that's okay. Showing up isn't about being perfect, it's about being present, intentional, and committed to doing what you can in that moment. There is strength in adapting. There is leadership in self awareness. And there is growth in learning how to balance responsibility while honoring your reality. Outside of work, showing up can feel even more personal and sometimes more challenging because this is where the emotions live. Showing up for yourself might look like getting out of bed on a day you didn't feel motivated, taking care of your body even in small ways, or it can look like allowing yourself to feel without judgment, choosing rest instead of burnout, saying no to what drains you, or staying connected to the people who support you. Some days, showing up will be quiet. It may not be visible to others, and it may not feel significant, but those small moments, those small decisions, are where healing happens. When you continue to show up during the healing season, something powerful begins to happen. Not all at once, but over time. You build resilience. Every time you show up, even when it's hard, you strengthen your ability to navigate challenges. You begin to trust that you can move through difficult seasons without losing yourself. You strengthen self trust. You prove to yourself that you can be relied on, not in a perfect way, but in an honest one, and that builds confidence from within. You stay connected to purpose. Even when life shifts, showing up keeps you aligned with what matters. It reminds you that your purpose doesn't disappear, it actually evolves. You create momentum. Progress doesn't always come from big breakthroughs, it comes from consistent effort. Small steps forward add up and eventually lead to meaningful change. And lastly, you redefine strength. Strength becomes less about pushing through and more about honoring your process. You begin to understand that strength includes rest, reflection, and emotional awareness. Healing doesn't mean that you stop living. One of the biggest misconceptions about healing is that everything has to pause until you feel better. But healing doesn't mean you stop living. It means you learn how to live differently, more intentionally, and more aware, more aligned with what truly matters. You begin to move with purpose instead of pressure, with patience instead of urgency, and with understanding instead of self judgment. Every time you show up for yourself, even in small ways, you are moving forward, even when it feels slow, even when it feels uncertain, even when it feels like no one notices, it matters. So if you're in a healing season, please give yourself grace. You don't have to do everything, you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to keep showing up. because healing, it is happening. Growth is happening, and you are becoming stronger in ways you may not even see it yet. Give grace daily.